the inner being of God, there's this dynamic of each being giving to the other and each being receiving from the other. In fact, I have this interesting quote that comes from a man named Cornelius Plantinga. Whoop, there it is. He says this about perichoresis in the Trinity. He says, at the center of the universe, self-giving love is a dynamic currency of the Trinitarian life of God. The persons within God exalt each other, commune with each other, defer to one another. So inside of God, the persons are exalting each other, putting the other one first, communing with each other, and deferring to one another. He goes on to say, when early Christians spoke of perichoresis in God, as they sipped coffee at the coffee shop with their friends, they meant to suggest that each divine person harbors the others at the center of his being. In a constant movement of overture and acceptance, each person envelops and encircles the others. Now, the quote, part of the quote that I like the best is this, that each divine person harbors the others at the center of his being. And I think this is profound. I mean, if you come to understand what this is all about, at the center of reality, at the center of this universe, there is a being who harbors others at the center of each person's being. So we don't have a God who's just self-absorbed and self-interested, but each person within the being of God is, as if you would, more concerned with the other person, exalting the other person, communing with the other person, deferring to the other person. You remember, like, the Spirit gives to the Father receives from Jesus. Jesus gives to the Father receives from Jesus. You see that? There's this dynamic where each person is harboring the other at the center of its being, which I think then has profound implications, if that's what's at the center of reality, for even who we are and who we're meant to be, because it's that God that created us. And I also have a quote from C.S. Lewis. He's a very famous theologian. All the best Christian theologians wrote about perichoresis because they realized that this vision of God was at the center of what it means to be a Christian. C.S. Lewis, he said this, the whole dance or drama or pattern of this three-personal life is to be played out in each one of us. What he means by that is if you understand who God is at the center of the universe, that has profound implications for who you should be, because that should be played out in us. So where ancient theology meets the modern context. All right, ready? Exhibit number 1. Here's a magazine cover. The title is Self. And I don't know if you can see the tagline. It's right by the S there. You at your best. You've seen magazines like these. I could have picked a number of magazines. But I want to point out to you that our culture, our world, is screaming at us a message. And the message is this. At the center of the universe is me. The world's screaming that message at you. And you go into any grocery store, you'll see magazines just like this. It's all about me, my own self-interest, how I can improve myself, self-actualization. This is the message our culture's screaming at us. All right, exhibit number 2. I could have picked any advertisement, so I decided to pick an advertisement from 1951 selling Coca-Cola. So here it is, an advertisement selling Coca-Cola. And I have a question for you. How does this advertisement sell Coca-Cola? Like, why would this make anyone want to go buy and then subsequently drink Coca-Cola? How does it sell Coca-Cola? I would submit to you the message implicit in this ad is, if you buy and then drink Coca-Cola, you will be happier. Which, by the way, is the way that advertisements work. You want to sell a car, it's the same kind of thing. You want to sell furniture, same kind of thing. You want to sell food, same kind of thing. You will be better off if you consume this. our culture's just screaming this message at us that I am at the center of the universe. My interests, myself. Exhibit number 3. Sometimes this even gets into the life of the church. The book, written by a very famous, successful pastor. The name of the book, Your Best Life Now. And the subtitle, 7 Steps to Living Your Life at Full Potential.